Nathan, what is Telstra's strategy on communicating to investors online and utilising social media to share information, both news that is and isn't lodged on ASX?
It's great to be here with you. I think firstly it's probably worth saying that for us, something like social or anything we do online, it's so much more than just retail shareholders. It's sort of stating the obvious, but we know that a bunch of our institutional shareholders, view the CEO's LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram posts, and obviously what we're doing around brand and what we're doing for customers is very important in terms of how they think about their investment proposition. But also just the other categories, which are probably just as important, if not more, things like employees, how we retain and attract employees, how we promote our brand to them and make them proud of what we do as a business. And indeed, we've got a great things to tell to talk about at Telstra in terms of what we're doing for industries and country and new services, and connecting the nation and critical infrastructure and all that sort of stuff. Likewise, for us, just given Telstra's role and history, government, regulators, media, it's all very important what we're doing and saying. And every time we do and say something, we're speaking to them as well. And also, probably most importantly, is we are a consumer-facing brand, right? We're a business-facing brand, and social media, everything we do, it's crucial to promote our services, build a brand, build our reputation, to support engagement and ongoing use of our services. So all those stakeholders are important in terms of how we think about what we're doing, and it's so much more than communicating with investors.
And how has the rise of digital investor relations impacted how you perform your role and ability to connect with investors from retail to institutions?
Yeah, so I think for us, like COVID's had a big impact and really made us drive a lot of our engagement to digital. If I think of what we did with institutional shareholders, and we always used to roll out face-to-face meetings, we'd have road shows, where for the last 2 years, most of that has just all been digital. So we've been forced to, I suppose, go there by necessity. I think if we look at our, again, more broadly as we think about social and these sort of channels, obviously what we do around specific statements and so forth, we have a clear review process. It's reviewed by comms, it's reviewed by legal, it's reviewed by IR before those things go out. And obviously we point back to our official disclosures on the ASX, which give people more information in order to make to understand a full more investment, the correct disclosures around making an investment decision. But the more broader news flow and information and detailed around our brand, as I said before, we think it's very powerful in building a proposition and a story for investors. We've seen in many circumstances other companies that the market or the investors have viewed as compelling. It's been supported by that cycle of momentum around its services, around what it does for customers. And we think that there's opportunities for us to benefit from that, especially given where we are in our cycle.
So looking ahead, how do you believe Telstra's strategy on communicating with investors online will evolve?
All of our communication, all of our media that we do obviously builds into our corporate reputation. It's a key metric for us. And ultimately, we believe that like Net Promoter Score, like employee engagement, like our key business and operational metrics, it's going to build to support long-term shareholder value. So I do expect increasingly as we go to more channels and try to drive more interest in the business that it's only going to grow what we do through different businesses and online.